In my hand an 80cm mesh satellite dish and a wall mounting bracket. Okay, so basically if you buy this, you're going to get three items. You'll be getting the skin of the dish. It's a fully assembled dish here, obviously for demonstration purposes. All the componentry will be in this box here, and then we also have the bracket itself. So I think I'll just go get the bracket out of the way first, and then I'll go through the dish in some detail. So the first thing to say about this is you can see the wall bracket here. Okay, so it has an offset of 40 centimeters. And what we have here then is we have 2.5mm thick plate here. It's about 38mm diameter, and the overall size of this plate on the wall is 16 centimeters by 16 centimeters. Okay, so it's good, and it gives the full 180-degree rotation on the satellite dish, and this is galvanized, so it's suitable for sort of windy conditions, things like that, or where corrosion might be an issue. So all the components come inside this box, which is simply, so it'll be sealed when you get it. And there's an instruction manual inside, just names all the parts, and you can just check everything's there, but it always is, okay? So then we're just going to come along and look at the main event here. So if we look here, it's described as an 80cm dish, but dishes never are exactly what they say. So in reality on this one, it's about 77 centimeters wide, and a little bit longer then, it's about 83, 84 centimeters in terms of overall height. The bar that comes out here is 25mm, and it's suitable for a 40mm necked LMB. So basically all LMBs, or virtually all LMBs, other than Sky LMBs, have a 40mm neck. So it just slots in here. So all the universal LMBs we sell will work perfectly with it. If we just rotate it around, we'll just see the back section here. So we'll see here that we have an elevation bracket here. The actual dish bracket that bolts on here is plastic, and that's very handy in terms of it makes it light, and also it makes it very resistant to corrosion from salt air, things like that. And what we have here then is we have just where we would use these to slot down onto the bracket. So what we'd obviously do is we'd rotate the dish to get it to the angle that we want. In terms of the direction it's pointing, we'd adjust the angle of it, and then what we do is we bolt in both the bracket here and the brackets here, and we just have a perfect alignment on our dish ideally. In relation to why did we go for a mesh dish here, well, we have standard dishes on the website as well, and mesh dishes are more expensive. So why do people prefer them? Well, they're preferable in a number of reasons. The first thing is they're easier set up in terms of their lighter weight. So if you're trying to lift them up, or you're worried about wind blowing when you're trying to do it, it's much easier to work with a mesh dish. And that's the first reason. But the main advantage on it is that in terms of the dish moving afterwards, being caught by the wind, it's far less likely that it'll happen with a mesh dish, simply because the wind will pass through it. Okay, so that's why we've added it on, and it proves to be a very, very popular product. Any of the products where we've made a decision to add on mesh dishes, they've always proved to be very popular, because there's a market for them, particularly for installers. Professional guys are going for them, and people who live in windy areas who've constant problem with their dishes moving in very high winds, or also they can actually have a problem where dishes not alone move but can actually be damaged because they catch the wind so badly. So that's it. The overall quality of this it's a good professional dish, suitable for a range of purposes, and we have it available with the bracket, and we also have it available without the bracket. The associated products that would go with this, things like installation kits with the cable, the bolts, etc., for bolting it onto the wall, and the connectors, and also obviously our range of universal LMBs. Typical applications would be, normally, unless you're on extreme east coast, you wouldn't need a dish as large as this for Astra 2, although you would on the west coast of Ireland, but people would be using it maybe for some of the small foreign satellites like Hotbird or Astra, if they want to, if they're a little bit away from the centre of the beam, it can be a handy application then. So that's it anyway, an overview of the 80cm mesh satellite dish and wall bracket.